Hey guys, SunDown here. This is going to be my chapter review to My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia 180 Secret. Now, when this gentle arc started, I was quite annoyed by the length of it because I didn't see how it would progress the story in any way. You know, it was kind of like a waste of a mini arc, I felt back then when it first started, when we were first introduced to Gentle, because we saw his ideals and we saw that he wasn't much of a villain. He was more of just like almost like he was kind of on the border, like this grey area of a hero and a villain. So, but in terms of seeing Deku's mental, emotional, and physical growth, this has been a perfect mini-series and a perfect mini-arc, really, to showcase all of those things, as well as showing us that sometimes the villain also has good ideals. They just went about achieving them the wrong way. So, the chapter starts with Gentle going full Human Torch. You know, you have the flames of Love Lover's passion engulfing his body, and Deku also notices that Gentle is becoming considerably stronger at the same time, and he's like, yo shit, and he actually starts to get overpowered. Meanwhile, Gentle fully remembers who Deku is, and he's in his mind he's just saying he would have done anything to avoid the madman. And I was like, bruh, everyone needs to avoid the madman, because Deku's getting stronger and stronger as each day goes by, as he learns more and more in battle, outside of battle. He's becoming incredibly strong, and once he can like freely control about 50% of One For All, he's gonna be wrecking mans for jokes. But we'll see who else comes along then, because Shigaraki also seems to be gaining power. Meanwhile, actually forget the meanwhile. So overpowering Deku for a short while, Gentle asks Deku why he wants to become a hero. What's your motivation? So, and like I said last chapter, actually, I'm pretty sure I brought this up. Deku's reason and Gentle's kind of reasoning, they're very much alike. So Deku's reason is almost identical to Gentle's in the sense that he has people who now share his dream, and people who never laughed at him at how unachievable it seemed. So he wants to make them proud, and he wants to achieve this for them as well. So these people being All Might and his mother, who gave him endless love and support and never laughed at him and stuff like that. And then we have Night Eye and Mirio, who have fought beside him, suffered losses beside him, and they want to see him become a hero worthy of One For All. So he also has that on his back, you know, I gotta be worthy of One For All, because Mirio didn't inherit it, and because Night Eye died kind of all the way through, he thought I didn't deserve it, and then at the end he was looking at me like, yeah, you deserve this, bro. So he also wants to live up to Night Eye's expectations. He also wants to be, this is from Deku's perspective, he wants to be the shining beacon in Eddie's life, the All Might to her. So All Might answered, this is kind of like my own analysis of it, All Might answered Deku's emotional, social, and mental plight at the time by providing him with a quirk. And Deku wants to kind of answer Eddie's abuse and torment with the protection he can provide to let her smile knowing that she'll never be endangered. So basically to give her that ease in life. But essentially that's the same role that All Might played in his life when he first came in. He was like, I can give you my quirk, and Deku shit his pants and stuff like that. So I thought that was a nice kind of, and they actually show a panel of All Might when that happened, so I thought that was a nice throwback. So Gentle then launches Deku a few feet backwards, whilst Love Lover tries to launch this program she's got, and she's designed it kind of as a last resort, something that would bring down UA security. And this was her way of kind of the whole actions speak louder than words thing, showing that she has faith in Gentle, and preparing the next step of their infiltration, because that's exactly what she's doing. She's like, yeah, I have faith in Gentle, he's going to win this fight, and I'm going to prepare the next step of this infiltration. So that was pretty cool. So Love Lover then runs into the forest, trying to gain access to UA's Wi-Fi, whilst Gentle is concerned for her well-being, being so far from him and being so close to UA. So he tries to finish the fight with Deku. He's like, I gotta finish this up, and I gotta go reunite with Love Lover. And he asks Deku if he himself is as strong as those other fighters Deku mentioned that he'd fought before, that he'd gained experience from. So Gentle runs in for the attack, bouncing off the air like a madman. He lands, I think he lands a gut shot on Deku over here. And he says he'll throw away his shame, his honor, his pride, all to beat Deku, because at this moment in time, that's how much of a commendable adversary Deku is to him. So once again, I thought this really showed how alike the two of them are, putting everything on the line for their hopes and dreams, and for the people who share these hopes and dreams now with them. So meanwhile, Love Lover sees Ectoplasm and Hound Dog Man, or whatever his name was, in the forest. So she busts the retreat back to Gentle. She's like, oh shit, this is not going well. So the fight continues. Deku fires a 5-finger cannon at Gentle, which was awesome as hell, and something I hope he'll utilize in the future, like a shotgun almost. So at close range, imagine that, like if he just goes into someone and just before giving him a gut shot, he just opens up his fingers and pops that 5-finger cannon. That would be amazing. A very devastating attack, I'd imagine, affecting multiple areas of the body at once. But it also hypes us up for the day when Deku starts using air pressure punches, going full like Dragon Ball Z or One Punch Man. That would be epic. So Gentle dodges this 5-finger cannon, only for Deku to utilize his superior speed and his shoot style to finally land a clean attack. I think this is is this actually the only like fully clean attack that Deku's landed? I think he's landed other attacks, maybe even a clean attack, but this one was a really strong attack, a St. Louis smash. And with that, Gentle was floored instantly. Deku tells him while he's on the floor that he was the toughest opponent he's faced, and to be honest, I agree with him. It can be argued that this is one of Deku's toughest fights because he realizes the impact of it emotionally, and it was more of an emotional fight than any of his other fights. Gentle wants to achieve his and Love Love's dream by trampling over the dreams of the UA kids and stuff like that, whilst Deku wants to protect their dreams and further his own dream by destroying the dreams of Gentle and Love Lover. So in this particular situation, it was a kill or be killed situation for their goals and aspirations, and Deku had to make the decision to destroy their dreams to further his own and his friends. So it's one of those things where emotionally for someone like Deku it would have been very difficult. So Love Lover comes back to see Gentle defeated and lying on the ground, and Gentle tells her obviously that she needs to flee because he realizes that it's game over. And she pleads that Deku let Gentle free, otherwise he will have destroyed Gentle's aspirations. And this is when you see that Deku's face, and he's just like, you can see he's a little bit saddened by the fact that he had to do this, but it was something that he had to do. She also appeals to Deku by saying he's about to blot out the light in her life, which is Gentle, and this would hurt Deku, I think, because he wants to be the light in Eri's life. So just her coming back to that whole light of life something or other really, I think, hurt Deku just a little bit. So as she pleads, Gentle realizes that she won't leave without him, and comes to this kind of further set of realizations. His first is, in her case, it would probably be better if she was caught alongside Gentle by UA and by the heroes than be forced to live without him, because who knows what the hell she would do and what type of shit she'd get up to without him and while he was locked up. So he then realizes that her attachment to him and her willingness to take part in his villainous activities are all his fault, but he also understands that her addition to his life made him happy and made him kind of more motivated to complete his task, complete his goal. So with a final burst of energy, he realizes what he must do. To make it look like this battle never occurred between him and Deku, he propels Deku off of him and onto like another air trampoline, which bounces Izuku away. I assume he just pushes him away continuously. So he does this to lessen the punishment on Love Lover, seeing as now she won't be charged with conspiring with Gentle in a battle with a UA student. Now, I'm not sure whether this will work, because they'll look at Gentle and they'll say, you're pretty beat up, you're bleeding and everything like that. You look like you've been in a fight. You weren't fighting this girl because you're hugging her. Like, what the hell happened and what's going on and stuff like that. So I think the fact that they're on UA campus but will get them done anyway, they'll be apprehended for that. But because they can't prove there was a fight, there'll be less of a punishment for both of them, and maybe less for Love Lover, who doesn't look like she's been in any sort of fight. However, if it came down to it, I'm pretty sure that Love Lover would never let Gentle take the full brunt of the crime without admitting to her own misdeeds. So yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't think she'd ever let Gentle really take all of the blame. So Gentle's final thoughts applaud Deku's effort, saying he should stand proud with what he's achieved, and the chapter ends with Gentle hugging Love Lover, surrounded by ectoplasms and Hound Dog Man. So I thought that was a really good way to end the chapter, and a really good way to end this mini arc. And yeah, to be fair, a lot of us have become a lot more invested in Gentle than I ever thought we would, and Love Lover, especially with their backstories, and especially with how motivated they were to complete or to make steps towards achieving their goal, a lot like how Deku would. They just didn't have the right guidance at the right time. So hopefully this isn't the last we see of them, and hopefully there is actually more that goes down instead of just going to the culture festival and seeing everything there, because I think there is more to this arc than meets the eye at the moment. There's gonna be more shit that goes down. Maybe Shigaraki pops up or something. Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the chapter. I know I did. Let me know what you guys thought. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in a bit.